Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another preview and prediction video. So up today we got the Ole Miss Rebels. So of course we will get recap last year first. So last year you did go is it, guess 10-2 in the regular season. Your only losses being to Alabama and then getting blown out by Georgia before also beating Penn State in the Peach Bowl to finish at 11-2. Yeah, so a good season for Ole Miss. Yeah, the best that they've had in a while. I guess probably since like the Hugh Freeze years, but anyway, so yes, so now this year looking to build off of that. Of course, looking to possibly go to the 12-team playoff this year. So, but anyway, so yes, your quarterback Jackson Dart does return. Last year he had 3,300 something yards, about 65% completion percentage. Let's see, 9.4 yards per attempt and 23 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. Oh, but anyway, yeah, and he's been guess of course this year's last year's stats were better than what he was doing the year before at Ole Miss. So if he can continue to improve, then he could be dangerous. So, but anyway, the backup last year was Spencer Sanders, who transferred from Oklahoma, but he's gone now. Yes, he's run out of eligibility. So anyway, but then you do bring back your third string Walker Howard. So I guess he's gonna be the backup. So and then now looking at your running backs. The run game. Yes, so you do lose Quinshaw Judkins, your leading rusher, about 1,200 yards and 16 touchdowns. But anyway, he's transferred to Ohio State. So, but you do bring back your RB2, Ulysses Bentley, and he was actually getting more yards per carry than what Judkins was getting. So, I mean, he might actually be better. Actually, Judkins only getting like 4.3 yards per carry, and then Bentley was getting like 5.7. So even though of course he had way less carries, but anyway, so then from the transfer portal, yes, you do bring in Henry Parrish from Miami. Yes, he was Miami's leading rusher. And you have Logan Diggs from LSU. He was the top running back from LSU, although Jaden Daniels was actually the leading rusher. So, and then of course also Ashad Amos, who transferred from Miami of Ohio. Now I know what you're gonna say. It's Miami of Ohio, but still, I mean, he was a 1,000-yard rusher last year. So anyway, who's next? Get wide receivers. Let's see, you do and tight ends. See, you do lose your second leading wide receiver, Dayton. To the NFL. So you get Dayton Wade. Anyway, but you do bring back your top receiver, Trey Harris, and also Jordan Wilkins, and tight end Caden Priestcorn. And from the transfer portal, yes, you do bring in Antoine Wells from South Carolina, though he didn't do much for South Carolina last year. He did suffer a season-ending foot injury, but in 2022, he was South Carolina's leading receiver, had almost 1,000 yards. So that's a big pickup. I mean, if he can stay healthy. So, and then let's see. Yeah, and then also you did get a tight end, Taquan Wright, from Virginia Tech. So, anyway, so your offense, let's see, you were averaging 35 points a game last year, and 462 yards per game. So, but I mean, you could probably do a little better. So, but anyway, since now let's look at the defense. Now you do lose 5 starters on defense. So you return 6. As we can start with the defensive line, you do bring back your defensive tackles, J.J. Pegues and Xavier Harris. And then one of your defensive ends, Jared Ivey, you do bring back. He had 5.5 sacks. And then also, but you do lose your other defensive end, Cedric Johnson. Again, he also had 5.5 sacks. So he's gone. However, you did bring in a defensive lineman from Texas A&M. Gets a 5-star, Walter Noland. And then also you do bring in an edge rusher from Florida, Princely Uman Mielen. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and then I mean he did have 7 sacks at Florida last year. So, and then let's see, and then looking at your linebackers, do bring back Asante Sistrunk, who was your leading tackling linebacker. And also you do bring back Kari Coleman, but you do lose Jeremiah Jean Baptiste to the NFL. So, but anyway, and then you did bring in a linebacker, Chris Paul, transferred from Arkansas. So, and then looking at the secondary. Let's see. Yeah, you lost both of your cornerbacks. Zamari Walton and DeAndre Prince. And you also lost one of your safeties as well, Dejon Anthony, to the NFL. So, and then, but you do bring back safety Trey Washington, who is also your leading tackler, and safety John Sanders Jr. So, but anyway, but you from the transfer portal, you do bring in some cornerbacks, including Isaiah Hamilton from Houston and Trey Amos from Alabama. So, and then you also did get a safety, Yam Banks, from South Alabama. So, but anyway, so last year your defense allowed 382 yards per game and 22.5 points per game. So I mean, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, the yards given up was not very good, but you did still manage to have a good scoring defense. So yeah, so a lot of bend but don't break. But anyway, and really the defense, just had a couple of bad games. Yes, they did let LSU and Georgia go up and down the field on you for 49 and 52 points. But of course, those were the two best offenses in the SEC. So, but anyway, but other than that, the defense, played good in most of their games. But anyway, so those defensive numbers are a little bit inflated by those two outliers. So, but anyway, so now how about we go ahead and talk about your schedule. So, but anyways, let's start it out with you do start out with two nobodies. You play Furman and then Middle Tennessee, and those should both be easy wins. You should completely demolish both of these teams. And then in the next after that, you play at Wake Forest, and yeah, I know Wake Forest was was really good, like 3 years ago when they made the ACC title game. But that is not this year's Wake Forest team. So that should be an easy win. And then after that, you do play Georgia Southern. I mean, yeah, that should be another easy win. Another warm up game. Just like Furman and Middle Tennessee. So yeah, your non-con schedule is really easy. So you get 4 warm-up games before you start SEC play against Kentucky. So, but anyway, I do think that Kentucky. I mean, I guess they'll be kind of decent this year. Of course, they did get Brock Vandergrift transferred from Georgia at quarterback, and also Jamon Dumas Johnson. But anyway, I still don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Ole Miss, though. So I think that's a win. And then at South Carolina. Now things aren't looking too good at South Carolina. 5-7 last year, so so I'm thinking that that's going to be a win. So although this could be maybe a trap game because it is the week before you play at LSU, and I think this is where you take your first loss. I mean, having to go on the road, having to go into Death Valley at night. So anyway, I know again LSU is going to be taking a step back this year without Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors. So, but anyway, I still think that they're gonna beat you. I mean, it was a great game last year. Just a shootout. Was it like 55 to 49? But anyway, yeah. So hopefully we get treated to another great game between these two teams like last year. But I do have you losing to LSU. So, and then after that you get your first bye week, and then come out of that and you host Oklahoma. So yeah, I think that Oklahoma, I mean, that they're going to be in for a rude awakening in the SEC. They're going to find out that this is not the Big 12. So yeah, Oklahoma is gonna drop a few games this year. They do trying to break in. The new quarterback, Jackson Arnold. So yeah, I do have you beating Oklahoma, and then after that you play at Arkansas, and and yeah, that's a win. Um, Arkansas is just absolutely terrible. I mean, they were. I mean, they were terrible last year, and that was with KJ Jefferson and Rocket Sanders. But anyway, and they were still terrible anyway. So I mean, yeah, yeah, Arkansas is in really bad shape right now. So, so that so that's a win. But I mean, but I mean, but I mean, do watch out because that could be a trap game because it's right before you play Georgia. So and 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 yes, I am picking you to beat my Georgia Bulldogs. Yes, I think that that we have to lose a regular season game at some point, right? Uh, yeah, cause is that the I mean, this is not really. I mean, if Georgia is going to lose a game, feel like more people are expecting it. That it's going to be Alabama or it's going to be Texas. But this game that you're not really, maybe not expecting to lose as much. Maybe maybe catches Georgia by surprise. You do get us at home, so uh but anyway, even though yes, we just we just absolutely obliterated y'all last year, but I think somehow we're gonna find a way to lose this one, or maybe I'll find a way to win. I don't know. But yeah, I do have you beating Georgia. So, and then after that, let's move on. You do get your second bye week, and then after that, you do play at Florida. Uh, that's a win. Billy Napier has one foot out the door. I mean, he probably won't even be coaching by the time this game comes around. So, and then after that, you finish out with the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State, and yeah, just like with Arkansas, yeah, I I think Mississippi State is is in a bad way right now. I think they're in for a rough year. So, uh, a first time coach in Jeff Lebby. So, yeah, I think that's a win. And also on a side note, yeah, this game is not being played on Thanksgiving this year. Yeah, it got moved to Black Friday afternoon. So, but anyway, yes. Yes, that does put your record at 11-1 and 7-1 in the SEC. So yes, a, a very manageable schedule. The schedule is pretty soft actually, outside of Georgia and LSU. So, but anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Give me your record prediction for Ole Miss. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.